Before we start, let me tell you something. If you feel your English is not perfect, if you get nervous when you listen to native speakers, if you wish someone would finally speak slowly, clearly, and simply, then this episode is exactly for you. Just relax, listen, and let your English grow naturally. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark, and this is another episode made specially for learners who want real, simple, slow English they can actually understand.
Exactly. And if you're new here, hi, nice to meet you. You're listening to Mr. Easy English, the place where we make English, well, easy.
Super easy.
Today we're starting a brand new series all about daily routines. And in this first episode, we're talking about something super important in everyday life.
Exercise, a simple workout routine you can do no matter who you are.
Before we begin, remember, if you enjoy learning English with us, hit the like button and leave a quick comment. Even something small like, I'm listening, really helps us know you're here.
Yeah, and tell us where you're listening from. We love reading your comments. It feels like we're all in one big classroom together.
All right, let's get into today's routine. So Mark, what does a simple exercise routine look like for you in the morning?
Well, my morning exercise routine is simple. I don't go to the gym, I don't do anything crazy. I like to start with stretching, just easy movements to wake up my body.
That's actually really smart. Stretching is gentle, it's safe, and it helps your muscles warm up after sleep. What kind of stretches do you do?
I usually start with my neck. I slowly move my head from side to side. Then I roll my shoulders, then I stretch my arms up. Nothing fast, slow, steady, controlled.
And that's perfect for English beginners listening right now, because all those words, neck, shoulder, arms, are simple vocabulary, and you can imagine the movements while listening.
Exactly. And after stretching, I like to do something very simple, a short walk. Sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, just walking.
You know, people always think exercise has to be intense, but walking is one of the best exercises ever.
Yep, and you can even practice English while walking. Just put in your earphones, listen to Mr. Easy English, and boom, you're exercising and learning.
Multitasking at its best.
What about you, Anna? What does your exercise routine look like?
Mine is super simple too. I like to start with breathing. Deep, calm breaths. In and out, just to relax my mind.
You know what? That's so good. People forget that exercise isn't only about the body, it's also about the mind.
Exactly. And after breathing, I do something easy. A few squats and a few push-ups. Not many, just enough to wake up my muscles.
Do you do them fast or slow?
Slow. Always slow. When you go slow, your body works harder, but you stay in control. And also, it's safer.
True. And if you're listening right now and thinking, but I'm not strong, don't worry. You can start with only 3 or 4. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start.
Yes, exercise is not about being the best. It's about taking small steps and building a routine that feels good.
And routine is the key word. If you do something small every day, it becomes a habit, and habits create change.
So today, we want you to try a very simple routine. Stretch, walk, breathe, move your body a little. Even 2 minutes counts.
And while you do it, remember to listen to English, because when your body moves, your brain learns better.
That's actually scientifically true. Movement helps memory.
Exactly. And speaking of memory, there's something interesting that happened to me yesterday. It's actually related to exercise.
Oh? What happened?
Well, I was walking in the park doing my usual morning routine and while I was walking in the park, I suddenly realized something. I felt light. Not tired, not heavy, just light. And then I understood why.
Why? What happened?
It was because of what I ate the day before. No junk food, no heavy meals, just simple, healthy, clean food. And my body thanked me the next morning.
Oh, I love that, because what you eat really shapes your day. And actually, that's perfect because our next routine is all about healthy eating.
Right, a simple, healthy eating routine that anyone can follow. And honestly, it doesn't need to be complicated.
Not at all. People think healthy eating means expensive food or complicated recipes, but it can be super simple.
So what does your healthy eating routine look like, Anna?
Well, for me, the most important thing is water. I start my day with one big glass of water, before coffee, before tea, before anything.
Same here. Water wakes up your body better than anything else, and it helps your brain too.
Exactly. And after water, I try to eat something light but full of energy. Something like yogurt, fruit, oats, just simple food that doesn't make me heavy.
Do you have a favorite breakfast?
I think Greek yogurt with honey and a banana. It's sweet but natural, and it keeps me full for a long time.
That sounds so good. My breakfast is different. I like eggs. 2 eggs, sometimes boiled, sometimes fried in a little bit of olive oil, and I add a piece of whole grain bread.
Classic, simple, perfect, and full of protein.
Exactly. And here's the thing people forget. Healthy eating isn't about eating less. It's about eating the right things.
Yes, people skip meals and think that's healthy, but skipping meals makes you more tired, more hungry, and usually leads to eating junk food later.
Speaking of junk food, I used to eat a lot of it. Chips, cookies, soda, you name it.
I can't even imagine you eating like that.
Oh, you should have seen me. But then something changed. One day I realized I had no energy. I felt slow, heavy, and I knew I needed a change.
So what did you do?
I made one small rule, just one. I decided that every time I wanted something sweet or unhealthy, I would first drink a glass of water and wait 5 minutes.
Ah, I know that trick. It works so well.
It really does. Half the time, I didn't want the junk food anymore. I was just thirsty.
That's actually so true. Many people confuse thirst with hunger.
And the best part is, you don't need willpower. You just need that small pause.
Exactly. My rule is different. If I want something unhealthy, I don't say no. I just add something healthy next to it.
Like a balance?
Yes, if I want chocolate, I eat 2 squares of chocolate, but with fruit. If I want something salty, I add carrots. That way I enjoy the taste, but still take care of my body.
I like that. It feels realistic, not strict.
Healthy eating should not feel like punishment. It should feel like taking care of your future self.
Okay, let's talk about snacks, because this is where most people have problems. What do you eat as a snack during the day?
Honestly, nuts. Almonds, walnuts, anything simple. Also apples. Apples are the perfect snack.
I agree. Apples are underrated. Sweet, crunchy, full of fiber, and cheap.
And portable. You can take one anywhere.
My favorite snack is hummus with cucumber or carrots. It fills me up fast.
Oh yes, that's such a good one.
But listen, I want to share something important because many listeners to us work long hours or study all day. And when you're tired, it's easy to reach for fast food.
Right. That's why planning is important. Even simple planning, like preparing snacks the night before.
Exactly. You don't need to prep a whole meal. Even preparing one healthy snack already helps your next day.
And let's talk about lunch. What does your lunch usually look like?
Usually something with protein and vegetables. For example, chicken and rice, or tuna with salad, or a simple soup.
And soup is amazing. Easy to digest, full of nutrients, and great for busy days.
What about your lunch?
Mine is usually simple too. I like rice bowls. Rice, veggies, a little chicken or beans, and maybe some avocado.
That sounds healthy and filling.
And colorful. When your plate has color, green, red, yellow, orange, it usually means it's healthier.
So true. A colorful plate is a good sign.
Okay, but we have to talk about something important. Cravings, because everyone gets cravings.
Oh yeah, even me, especially at night.
Same. And cravings don't mean you're weak. They're normal. Your body wants comfort.
So what do you do when you crave something?
I ask myself one question. Do I want food or do I want a feeling?
Oof, that's deep.
But it helps. Sometimes I want chocolate because I'm bored. Sometimes I want chips because I'm stressed. When I understand the reason, I can make a better choice.
That's smart. I usually drink water first, then eat something small and healthy, and if the craving stays, fine. I eat a little of what I want, just not the whole thing.
Yes, no guilt, no pressure, just balance.
Exactly. And by the way, you know how earlier I said I felt light during my morning walk?
Yeah?
Well, part of it was something new I added to my routine yesterday, something small but surprisingly powerful.
Oh, really? What did you add?
I'll tell you, but first I want to explain why I did it, because it wasn't for weight, it wasn't for fitness, it was for energy, pure energy. I noticed every time I eat this one thing, my whole day feels different, more stable, more focused. It actually changed my entire afternoon yesterday.
So you noticed that small change in your eating helped your energy all afternoon. That's amazing. And you know what? That actually connects perfectly to our next routine, how we study and learn during the day.
Ah, yes, the study and learning routine. Because you can eat all the healthy food you want, exercise, sleep well, but if your mind isn't active, you won't feel fully productive.
Exactly. And the first step in my learning routine is always planning. I take 5 minutes in the morning and write down exactly what I want to study or learn today.
I do the same, but I like to separate tasks into small pieces. For example, I might have 3 small tasks: read 1 article, practice vocabulary for 10 minutes, and watch 1 short English video.
Small tasks feel achievable, and when you complete them, you get motivated to do more. Motivation is huge.
Totally. And the next step I always follow is timing. I use a simple timer. I study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It's called the Pomodoro technique.
Oh, yes, that's perfect. Because without breaks, your brain gets tired, and small breaks help your memory.
And speaking of memory, when I learn new vocabulary, I like to say the words out loud, not just in my head, but actually speak them. That helps me remember.
Same here. And sometimes I make tiny sentences with the new words. That way, I'm learning grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation all at once.
Exactly. And I also like to write things down. Even if it's just a few words, writing helps me remember better than reading alone.
I totally agree. Also, I try to mix listening with reading. I listen to English podcasts while reading a text about the same topic. It's like a double practice for the brain.
And for me, the environment matters too. I make sure my study space is quiet, organized, and clean. No distractions, no phone notifications. Just focus.
Oh, yes, environment is key. But sometimes people get too strict. I think it's okay to have some music, soft, instrumental, while studying.
True, as long as it doesn't take attention away from the study.
And here's a trick I use. I reward myself. After completing a study session, I do something small I enjoy, like a cup of tea or a quick walk. That makes learning fun.
I like that. Motivation plus reward. Simple and effective.
Another important point is consistency. Even if you study just a little every day, it adds up. 10 minutes a day is better than one long session once a week.
Exactly. And I also mix subjects. I don't just focus on one thing all day. For example, 20 minutes English, 20 minutes math, 20 minutes coding. It keeps the brain fresh.
Yes, and sometimes when I feel tired, I just do something easier, like reviewing old notes or listening to an English audio. Even that counts as learning.
And learning doesn't have to be boring. I watch English videos about topics I like: soccer, technology, travel. Learning English becomes part of fun.
That's key. If you enjoy learning, your brain remembers more, and slowly, learning becomes a habit, just like exercise or healthy eating.
Also, I always try to test myself. After learning new words or grammar, I make a small quiz for myself. It doesn't need to be hard, just enough to check if I remember.
Testing is important because it tells your brain, hey, this is important, remember it. And also, it makes the learning active instead of passive.
Exactly. And I also write a short summary of what I learned at the end of the day, even a few sentences. That's like closing the loop.
Oh, yes, I love that technique. Summarizing helps me see progress, and even if I forget some details later, I remember the big picture.
And you know what I do sometimes? I teach someone else what I learned, even if it's just explaining to a friend or speaking out loud to myself.
Teaching is the best way to learn, because when you teach, you really understand.
Exactly. And one more tip for all our listeners. If you feel distracted or tired, don't give up. Just take a short walk, drink water, stretch, and come back. Even 5 minutes reset your focus.
Yes, movement, hydration, and short breaks are part of the learning routine too. It's not just books or videos.
And for language learning in particular, I try to listen every day, even if it's just 5 minutes of English podcast or reading a short article. Small daily exposure is powerful.
And don't forget speaking practice. Speak every day, even a little. Your pronunciation, confidence, and fluency improve slowly but surely.
And here's something interesting. Yesterday, I tried a new technique. I wrote my own story in English using the new words I learned. It was short, but it made learning much more creative.
That's amazing. Writing your own sentences or stories helps connect words to ideas. It's a next level trick.
Exactly. And it feels fun, too. Learning doesn't have to be boring.
And the best part, when you combine studying with routines like healthy eating, exercise, and sleep, everything becomes easier. Your brain works better, you remember more, you feel motivated.
Yes, and speaking of motivation, something happened yesterday while I was doing my study routine. A little moment that completely changed how I feel about learning.
So, you had that small motivation moment during your study session. That's really interesting. And you know what's next? How we relax and take care of ourselves during the day.
Ah, yes, the relax and self-care routine. Because learning, exercise, healthy eating, it's all important, but if you don't rest and take care of yourself, nothing works as well.
Exactly. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. And I like to start my self-care routine with a simple breathing exercise.
Oh, yes, just a few deep breaths can reset your mind instantly. In and out, slowly, calmly.
And I try to do that for at least 2 minutes. Even if I'm busy, it helps me feel grounded.
I do something similar, but I also stretch my shoulders and back. Sitting all day can make your body tense. A few stretches help a lot.
Yes, and another part of my routine is a short walk outside. Even 5 minutes in the fresh air can change your mood completely.
Exactly. Nature, sunlight, even a bit of wind, it wakes up your senses, and it's amazing how it helps your focus later.
And after that, I like to make a warm cup of tea or just drink water slowly. That small ritual feels comforting.
Rituals are so important. They tell your brain, this is my time. I am taking care of myself.
And sometimes I do something creative, even 10 minutes of drawing, writing, or listening to music. It relaxes the mind differently than watching TV or scrolling your phone.
Exactly. And speaking of phones, I try to stay away from social media during my self-care time. Just a small break from notifications is enough to feel refreshed.
Yes, digital detox is part of self-care. Your mind needs quiet. Even short moments of silence can reduce stress.
And I also try gratitude practice. I write down 3 things I'm grateful for each day. It sounds simple, but it really shifts your mindset.
Absolutely. Gratitude makes you notice positive things you might normally ignore. It's mental self-care.
Another thing I do is plan my next break. Knowing I have a small reward coming up keeps me calm and motivated.
Yes, and sometimes I do guided meditation or listen to calm music. Just 5 or 10 minutes. It's amazing how it changes your mood.
And it's not just about mental health. Relaxing properly helps your body too. Lowers stress hormones, improves sleep, improves digestion.
Exactly. And one trick I learned recently is journaling. Writing about your feelings, your day, or even small thoughts helps me process emotions.
Oh yes, journaling is great for mental clarity. And even short entries, just a few lines, make a difference.
And sometimes I just do nothing. No phone, no music, no talking. I sit quietly, close my eyes, and breathe. It's hard at first, but after a minute, I feel so calm.
That's powerful. Doing nothing intentionally is a skill. Most people feel guilty for resting, but rest is productive.
Yes, and combining self-care with movement is amazing too. Gentle yoga, stretching, or a short walk. It's relaxing physically and mentally.
Exactly. And I try to add something fun too. A small hobby or activity that makes me smile. Could be anything. Reading, sketching, a puzzle, or listening to a favorite song.
And the best part? These small routines, breathing, stretching, walking, journaling, don't take long. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and your whole day feels lighter.
And when you do self-care consistently, it affects every other routine. Your study improves, your energy during exercise is better, even healthy eating feels easier.
Exactly. And yesterday, I tried something new for my self-care, a short evening routine that combined stretching, a cup of tea, and journaling. It felt so refreshing, I almost forgot how stressed I was before.
Really? That sounds amazing. And I did something similar, but I added a short walk outside under the evening sky. The air was cool, the sky was clear. It changed my whole evening.
Yes, and you know what's interesting? When we combine small self-care practices throughout the day, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a series of small treats for yourself.
Exactly. And these small habits are easy to maintain. You don't need hours, just little consistent steps.
And another trick I like, setting boundaries, like saying no to extra work or social events, just to protect this self-care time.
That's so important because if you don't protect it, the routine disappears.
Exactly. And sometimes I pair self-care with learning, like listening to an English podcast while sipping tea or doing gentle stretches.
Oh yes, that's multitasking for the brain and body. Relaxation plus learning. Very efficient.
And one final thing I've noticed, when I do self-care consistently, I sleep better, and better sleep improves mood, focus, and energy. It's a cycle.
Yes, it's all connected. And actually, yesterday while I was doing my evening walk, I had a small insight about combining relaxation with learning and energy.
So after relaxing and taking care of ourselves during the day, the next key routine is the night routine. Because without proper sleep, nothing else works as well. Exercise, study, healthy eating, or self-care.
Absolutely. And the first step in my night routine is turning off bright screens at least 30 minutes before bed. No phone, no computer, no TV.
Yes, blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, so turning off screens helps your body prepare for sleep naturally.
Exactly. And during that time, I usually dim the lights, maybe light a small lamp and do some light stretching.
Stretching before bed is amazing. It releases tension from the muscles and helps you relax physically.
And then I do a little breathing exercise, deep, slow breaths. In, 2, 3, hold, out. Just calm and steady.
Perfect! And another thing I do is a mental review. I think about 3 good things that happened during the day. Even small things count. It shifts your mindset to positive thoughts before sleep.
Yes, gratitude right before bed helps your brain relax, and I also try to plan my next day briefly. Nothing stressful, just a mental note of tasks, so I'm not worrying in bed.
Exactly. Writing a short to-do list or mental plan can stop the mind from racing.
And here's a trick I love: a warm drink. Herbal tea, warm milk, or just warm water. It signals to the body that it's time to wind down.
Oh, yes, that's so calming. And if you pair it with soft music or silence, it's even better.
I also keep my bedroom cool and quiet. Temperature matters. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect environment for deep sleep.
And minimal light. Blackout curtains or a sleep mask can make a huge difference.
And let's not forget about consistency. Going to bed at the same time every night trains your clock.
Absolutely. Even weekends. If you keep a routine, falling asleep becomes effortless.
And one tip I always share: don't overthink sleep. If you're tired, close your eyes and relax. Don't stress about the exact hours.
Yes, stressing about sleep is the worst thing you can do. Relaxation before bed is more important than timing.
Another great habit is journaling. Writing down thoughts, worries, or even creative ideas can empty your mind before bed.
Yes, and sometimes I write down what I learned today, or a small accomplishment. It's a nice way to close the day.
And don't forget light reading. Something calm, not too exciting, like a short story or poetry. It helps the mind slow down.
Exactly. And if you like, you can combine reading with listening. For example, listen to a slow English story while lying down, learning and relaxing at the same time.
Yes, that's perfect for our Mr. Easy English listeners. Learning English doesn't stop even when winding down.
And here's a bonus tip. Avoid heavy meals before sleep. A light snack is fine, but heavy food can disturb sleep.
And no caffeine late in the day. Coffee, energy drinks, all affect your body clock.
Exactly. And when all these small steps are combined, dim lights, warm drink, breathing, journaling, light reading, you create a perfect night routine that naturally prepares your body for sleep.
And one thing I noticed personally: when I follow this routine consistently, I feel more energized the next day. My focus is sharper and my mood is better.
Same here. And we want to encourage all our listeners to start small, just one step tonight. Maybe just the breathing exercise or a short gratitude reflection.
Yes, and remember, routines are powerful, but they take time to form. Be patient and notice small improvements every day.
And speaking of noticing, if you enjoyed learning these routines with us today, don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Easy English. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and tell us what part of your routine you want to improve.
Exactly. Your comments help us create more useful episodes. And if you share this podcast with friends, you'll be helping them learn English slowly and effectively too.
And remember, every episode is designed for you to listen and learn comfortably. No rush, no pressure, just slow, clear English.
Yes, we are here to guide you step by step. Morning routines, exercise, eating, studying, self-care, and night routines, all connected.
And don't forget, consistency is key. Keep listening, practicing, and applying small steps daily. You'll notice progress faster than you think.
Exactly. And the next time you follow a routine, remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress, balance, and caring for yourself.
And before we continue with the next series of routines, try tonight, dim the lights, do a few deep breaths, write down one thing you're grateful for, and relax.
Yes, and we'll be here in the next episode with more tips, tricks, and simple English practice so you can improve every day with us.
So, keep following Mr. Easy English and make your routines work for you. Your small daily steps lead to big improvements over time.
And remember, the journey of learning English, building habits, and self-care is ongoing. Every day is a new chance to grow.
Exactly. So start tonight, and we'll see you next time with even more practical routines and tips, still slow, still clear, and always for you.